everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday Dad got a call from a funeral home and we have a grave to dig today. As we can see, we have lovely weather for it. I think they're talking like a high of 5 degrees today. Dad should be here in a little bit. I already got the skid loader out. Now unfortunately for us, the ground is frozen. So that means we're not gonna be able to use the backhoe. Now lucky for us, we have this machine. This old gal is what we call the groundhog. It's a grave digging machine that's designed to dig through frozen dirt. In all honesty, we would prefer to use the backhoe. We can dig through a foot of frost per hour with this machine, where this can dig an entire grave in an hour. I guess never mind. Dad just called me and he said don't put it on this truck because we don't have mud flaps on this little dolly, and if it picks up little rocks, it'll kick it right into the back of my truck. So I guess in the meantime, until Dad gets here, I'm just gonna plow some snow. Morning, Sable. Kinda like this. I have my own personal driver today. Sable and I got tired of waiting for Dad, so he's on his way, but we brought the skid loader over here to the cemetery. Now here's the thing about this cemetery. It has a gate and it has a chain and a padlock on it. For some reason we can't get a key for this thing. We're just gonna do the old handy dandy. Take the fence off. Hey, look who it is.
I had some lady parked right in the middle of the road where I needed to turn, and I kept beeping at her. There was no way I could get around her, and she just kept waving at me. So I finally walked up to her and I'm like, ma'am, I can't get around you. I need to turn here. And she started chewing me out, saying I was in the wrong, that when you're on the phone, you have the right to stop and talk on the phone. And I'm like, well, you do, but pull over. So then I told her to just go across the road so I could turn. And she began to chew me out. So I accidentally told her if she didn't get off the phone, I was going to throw her phone in the ditch. And then she took off spinning the tires on the snow.
I'm sure it was all that polite too.
I was very calm in an angry voice.
I'm just telling you guys now, you do not want to see DC when he's in his calm, angry voice. It's scary.
It don't come out very often, but when it does. But I'm okay now. I cooled off in 32 seconds when it's probably 14 below zero.
You got Sable over here in a sweatshirt.
I got a long
At least
sleeve
she's got
under
boots
it.
on today. Yesterday she was in her little tennis shoes.
Cold start on a Wisconsin engine.
On the right key.
I'm filming you in case you fall. Whoa!
That was a balance.
Woo! Hear those 18 horsepowers. You've never seen this run before, have you? Don't get caught up inside of there.
Yeah, obviously not.
Can you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
How many drinks did you say you had tonight?
Not too many.
So the way cemeteries work is they are set up in 4-foot lots, so where someone is buried is a 4-foot spot. So Dad was just able to walk off steps over to there, and then we just calculated the distance across on where lots would be in between, since there's no stones in between. Not really the most scientific method, but if this were a bigger cemetery, we'd have markers that were in the ground that we'd be able to go off of. My face is cold.
Keeping my body warm by moving.
Now, as luck would have it, we got done digging the hole, and just as we were about ready to lift the machine out of the hole, we ran out of gas. We literally just need to pull this out of the ground, then we're done, and that's where we ran out of gas.
We got her done. It was actually a little bit more frost in the ground than I thought. I'm guessing probably a foot. This is probably the coldest day we've had Sable out helping us do a grave. So how'd you like the cold so far?
I don't like cold.
It is one of the things when it's cold, but we got to keep Sable. We can put her in the skid loader with the heater. It's not the greatest heater in the world, but at least not out here in the rawness like I have been. But what we have troubles when it's so cold like today, you sit very long, the dirt wants to freeze up on the machine.
Not really sure if this is gonna help or not, but we decided to throw some tarps over the dirt pile. Maybe keep it from freezing as hard. Normally we wouldn't have the dirt pile right next to the grave. We would have it on the dirt pile across the cemetery. But right now when there's so much snow and stuff in the cemetery, it takes a lot of time to move the snow to get to the dirt pile.
We're gonna lay this over that until we get back with the plywood just to hold the heat in there. With it being so cold, the grave will actually swell in a little bit, and we wanna make sure we have plenty of room tomorrow.
Hey Sable, come here.
You come here.
Snow and below negative temperatures makes everything about cemetery work difficult.
You know, it's kind of one of them things it's a cold day, but it's part of the job, and you know, we do it.
What?
You can barely talk.
I can't open my mouth all the way, I feel like. My cheeks are like, I do not know how you are not cold.
Well, I guess I'm a little more used to it.
Looks like Coop's not wasting time. He's got some hay to haul. According to my watch, it's 4 o'clock and we haven't eaten lunch yet.
According to my stomach, it's dying of hunger.
I could live.
Any other time, Cole, we don't have a tape measure with us. I got 2 in my pocket. We got 1 in the truck for sure.
I gotta be careful. If I lay down, I could go for a nap. Now that the sun is just starting to go down now, it looks like Cooper's back from delivering hay. I'm gonna grab Ford and we're gonna head down to the main heated shop and we're gonna give it a bath. How'd you make out?
Made it. You wanna go back there and see if the blinkers work?
Yeah, yep. Ugh, door's frozen shut. Hi Ford, how we doing? Traction control off, 2-wheel drive. Got snow all over the lens. It was worth it. For everyone saying that I'm hurting my tires, we are on snow, we are on ice. It's doing is sliding around. No harm done. All right, I want everybody to listen. Listen, hear that wind? We keep the main heated shop at 62 degrees, so when we open up the door and the cold air comes rushing in, then we shut it. That cold air is smaller and it starts to expand as it warms up, and then it pushes on the doors. If you leave the door open for a long time, and then you shut it and you come over and try to open this door, it can be really hard. Sometimes you actually have to open the little door to relieve pressure so you can get the walk-in door open. Okay, back to why we came down here. Ford is absolutely filthy. If you don't know, here in Iowa, we have salt and brine out on our roadways when it snows, and when it gets on vehicles, it causes a lot of problems and it causes them to rust really quickly, so we try to get this stuff washed off as often as we can. Why, you don't feel like washing the inside?
No, it's not dirty enough to do that yet.
Oh, that looks so much better. Now that we got the trucks cleaned up, Cooper and I are gonna hop onto the 9230 Combine. She came with these old halogen lights, and it's kind of like holding a candle out in front of you in the middle of the night. So we're gonna upgrade to these LEDs. It's gonna be a whole lot brighter. Hey, what are you burning? Now I just need a strobe light and a disco ball.
These light clips.
Got it. So this is the difference between an LED and a halogen. The halogens are the yellow ones, the LEDs are the bright white or blue ones. Really hard to look at right now. Cooper's testing, oh my geez, that thing is bright. Holy cow.
So this light here is getting replaced because it's about as bright as my future. And then those 2 up there, the far right one is a far distance light. Really don't need those in Iowa. If you're out in the wheat field, that'd be nice. And then I think we're gonna replace that little square one with some brighter LEDs. And then Cole replace one on the auger, and then there's 2 on the back that we'll be replacing also.
So for the 2 bottom lights on the side of the throat and the 2 sitting at the back of the Combine, we're gonna be putting on these Thomas 40-degree lights. We have a lot of boxes. It's gonna be like looking at the sun. And then to replace these little guys up top, we're gonna be putting 60-degreers up here. And then when it comes to these long distance lights, we're gonna be replacing those with these big Berthas. Actually, a little change of plans. I forgot I have a meeting with my new manager at 7:30, and it is currently 7:33. I'm already late. So that means we are going to call this the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.